It is currently snowing, so you know what time it is. It is snow vlog time. Today is the 15th of February. Now, it's actually tough to see right now which snow is old and which snow is new because we've had so many winter storms. All the snow from February 2nd and 6th is long melted by now. But it's like you have snow from February 8th still left over because we got 3.5 inches out of that. Another 1.2 inches out of the snow on February 11th. So we have recent snow that hasn't fully melted, mainly because temperatures have still been in the 30s. So we have more snow coming down. I don't know where I'm going to measure it from. And like some of the snow is fresh, some of the snow isn't, and it's hard to tell where the new snow is. It's also extremely cold, at least feels extremely cold. But it's actually 35 degrees outside, even though I'm freezing my ass off. Flies are just a little heavier than what I'm wearing right now. But in any case, oh, it's getting in my eyes now. Oh god, this is really bad. This new layer of snow is only expected to be about an inch or two of snow at most. Really not a whole lot. It's actually going to be a little bit more than what they expected because the snow came down both heavier than expected and for a little longer than expected, but still highly doubt more than like an inch to an inch and a half of new snow out of this. This could be enough snow at Islip and Kennedy to potentially push them over the 1 foot threshold. I talked about this in my New York City had reached a foot video, which by the way I might be able to edit to record up right here, but I can't make any promises as to what the studio will let me do. But as far as that goes, you know, I talked about how Central Park had reached exactly a foot, and Newark, LaGuardia, Bridgeport were all over a foot. Islip and Kennedy was still at below a foot. Islip needs 0.9 inches of snow. Kennedy needs 1.1 inches of snow. So keeping both those things in mind as we see whether or not the storm can reach it there. I don't even know where to measure the snow to get the best total. Probably the back of my backyard is probably better. I could also try to tell where it's lighter and thus newer than where it's darker and thus older. But so I'll get some measurements and try to get those in before it flips to rain. So I'll probably try to get those in later on. There's gonna be a break, a lull, and the temperatures actually shoot up to the 40s tomorrow. So there will be rain to melt away pretty much most of this remaining snow. They're saying this could actually come down to, you know, this could come down to actually be like 1.6 inches of rain. I doubt that, and I haven't checked what the NWS is forecasting in terms of rain, but I really doubt that we get that much rain. Still though, about an inch of rain on the table, which would be really good for drought relief. There's also another chance of snow on Thursday, but this saying the chance of a blockbuster winter storm will be shifting away, and it could just wind up downgrading itself significantly, and it could be another storm that New York City gets a piece of, but never the main brunt of, in this very interesting tale of winter, where what's happening this winter is like very interesting as to what's going on. But as of right now, we're getting more snow, but barely anything. The main precipitation from this event will be rain, but there will be some snow to add to our accumulations and to help with drought relief. Because as I've said, New York City has a chance of having its driest August 20th to February 20th period on record, and that's a 6-month period. That is no joke. The August 20th to November 20th period, as it is, might already be the driest 90-day period in New York City history, of any 90-day period. This wouldn't be the driest 180-day period, I don't think, but for this specific time frame, it certainly is possible. Remember, November and December are both around average, although some parts of the metro area fell above average in December more significantly than other parts. October was historically dry. September was close to being record dry. January was close to being record dry. February so far hasn't done a whole lot in terms of precipitation, and we'll see ultimately what February winds up in terms of both rainfall rankings and snowfall rankings. But right now it's not looking particularly promising. It looks like this will be a cold and dry winter, which is why, you know, our totals are being cut into, and also why we're getting so many smaller events, because when it's cold and dry, you usually get smaller events. In February, it's supposed to be warm and wet, and, well, could it be cold and wet? I don't know. But we'll have to see how exactly that storm chooses to play out in terms of any kind of accumulation for that. Right now, I think the snow is starting to either moderate, or I'm starting to get used to it, because it doesn't feel as cold and it's not getting my eyes as much. Maybe it's just stabilizing itself down. So it's probably getting a little more tame now. Again, I never really said that we were supposed to get a whole lot out of this storm. And it's probably going to be another one of those junk events that, you know what, that I really took note of when it happened in January. But now that we're starting to get more actual snow, I really don't have to be so, appreciate the junk event as much, because we're actually getting some real events. Like, I doubt I'll be able to do much with the snow, even with the stale old snow from a week ago already on it. So that'll certainly be interesting, is to see what happens with regards to that. And, you know, it's just interesting to walk around and videotape what everything actually looks like when you have just a winter wonderland spewing, and when it's wintry outside, even though a lot of times these good videos don't even occur in the heaviest of snow. But we'll see what the rest of this winter brings, because we're starting to approach the end of winter. Yes, it can snow in March, but it hasn't really snowed significantly in March in the New York metro area for the past 5 winters. 2019 was the last time we really saw any sort of significant snow in New York City. And the last time we really saw any significant snow in the city, period, was 2022 in January. Yeah, I know some places got luckier than others in 2024 in terms of significant snow, but it really depends on what your cutoff is. Like 6 inches, not really. 4 inches, maybe you got something, but even that wasn't a guarantee for everyone. And so far this one, there's been a lot of moderate events where, again, no one's really seen more than 4 inches in one clip.